What's up, everyone? Netherwood back with more Alchemy Factory for you, episode 10. Looking at the shops, looking really great. We got a lot of work to do today. We're actually going to shut the shop off. So the way you do that is by just turning it off right there, which we'll do in a second. Now, last episode, I put walls up here. I moved the register back over to here. This is where the register is going to end up. This is the shape of the shop that's going to be for at least level 5, I'm guessing. We're about to cross over into level 5. We're going to work on the potion for level 4 and then get level 5 working. We also started this bus right here. I'm going to use basically a logistics bus for our factory supply. I fixed the money bus too. Kind of made it way more robust. We've got, like, now we have single silver coins on the thing, so it can, because our factory is just eating too much of those copper stacks, right? The copper stacks of 50 aren't doing it anymore. So also I was thinking, what if I just put in, since we're relying on these guys to chuck things into the, no, that's right, I left it like this because what if I fill 2 displays, right, with bricks? Then, you know, then I have double catapults, so we really do want the 90 throughput per minute, right? Another thing we need to do is allocate a skill point. So let me do that. I forgot to do it. Let's do it on the throwing efficiency because, oh, cannon fire rate, that's kind of nice. I need cannons. So we'll allocate that point real quick. Forgot to do that. Now, the bandage catapult is broken, but I'm not going to fix that because we're about to rework the whole shop. Set up bus wall. Yeah, let's turn the shop off for a second here. I hate to turn it off in the middle of a day because then it kind of screws up the day. No, we need to do this while it's running. I don't think we're going to have a chance to just to turn it off. Let's get rid of this. I did make some blueprints off camera, and we're going to have to do a cut paste on this because, so cut escape, because I was going to use X. We're not going to use these anymore either. We're not going to have a corner. So that actually gives us a little bit of space to start working. What I wanted to do, the problem is we got to move that guy. He's right in the way. Yeah, it's going to be really hard to keep the shop open while we do this, to be honest. Well, we don't need this, right? We can, no, don't crouch. God, all the hotkeys are in the same spot. All right. X, right? Yeah, let's kill this. Let's kill this. We don't need either of these things. That'll give us a little bit more space. Again, we really need to put, I'm going to use half wall. So I want a half wall right there. Now what we can do, but we'll have to take this out to do it. And now we should probably set up the bandage kata so it'll actually reload this thing. So where's the bandage kata? Right there? Yeah. And he's got nothing. See, he's right here. So while we get the wall down, let's refill that guy. Because he's actually going to be there a while now. Okay, so we're going to move this guy over, right? Let's cut paste him. Just literally one over. Now, I think I can put a wall there. Let's reload this before, and we'll figure this out later. There we go. Okay, glass is reset up. Oh, that's the money bus. Why doesn't it have a catapult? Okay, that's broken. I didn't even know that was broken. Shoot, okay. Let's fix that. Okay, cool. All right, so for now, we're going to have things flying through walls. And that's okay. And I think our final build, we're going to kind of do the same thing. I'll show you why we're going to do that. I'm calling it magic. There's magic in this game. And I don't want catapults sticking in the shop. I don't want you to be able to see them. And I don't want to put them behind things. Because then you just look over and see them. You got this big gap. It looks really stupid. So I came up with a blueprint that I think I really like. And we can set up, what we'll do is we'll start setting up displays and we'll start moving product over. And then we'll just hook it up to the logistics, that logistics belt stack that we have. That way we don't have to shut the shop off. Oh, it's not like we're hurting for money. We have tons of money. I just don't want to shut the shop off. It just seems like a lot of work. Okay, so let's see. We want half walls, right? So you go like this, T. We want a half wall. And I want to make sure the round part is on the outside. You can actually flip it around on accident. So that's what we're going to do with that. Then we're going to need to set this up. Do we have a way we can actually move this? Because I'd like to move the pulleys somewhere. Not really. If we move this back, I could just move the display. We could just put the display right there for a second. No, we can't, because then it won't be in line. Well, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so let's go to blueprints. So I got this shop katas thing here. This is the full-blown one, but we can't use it yet because I have stuff that's in the way. So let's do the end cap. So I put an end cap in. I'll show you how this works, okay? Then we'll put in a left, which goes right here. So the way this works is it's got those wall tubes like that. It's going to stick through the wall and then it just connects right there. Now, we're going to have to take this out because we're going to have to set it up. And actually, we have to take this out too. The cap will go in at the end because I have to be able to set up the catapults. So you can see I got catapults in there. Ooh, yeah, crouch is kind of working. And it's throwing through these shelves, right? So that you can't see them when it's all built in. It'll just be like a square. And I could actually put some kind of cool decorations on there, maybe. Something like that. Instead of just having these catapults all over the place, which is kind of weird. Okay, so we got that set up. Now I need to set up the display. I've got a fake catapult thing too, but I think it's actually one big piece. Yeah, shop cat is empty. It's just a giant piece. Let's put it in, and then we'll take the part out we don't want yet, I guess. This guy's probably stuck now. It's kind of funny. Yeah, he can't even move. Let's help him out. There you go, bud. Okay. So there is the empty one, right? There's nothing in there. The way our shop's going to work, actually, we need the 3-tier ones. We're going to use these guys. This will get us the space that we want. So the way it's going to work is those go right up against it. It looks pretty sweet that way, I think. And then we can load them from these catapults. The ones that stick out will actually hit it. So if I do that, yeah, see? And then it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get the center one, but we can do it. Boom. And then on this side, we just come over here and we set it like that. So now we've got 3 new displays, right? Then we can put a display here and do the same thing. Now, I do think this is the center, okay? Remember, we're going to put a little end cap right there to cover it up. So now we can also load these guys. Watch. You do it with the closer ones right here. Can I get that one in the middle? Probably. Yeah, that guy goes to this guy. And then this final guy right here goes to this guy. Okay, now we can do 6 things. So this might be a little bit easier than I thought. Let's do brick first, since it's right here. So the way the trick here is as well, is I move one away from the wall because you got to be able to turn. And you'll see, watch. So if you run over here, I've got to be able to turn that into there. I can do it right now with a lift, see? So let's actually take this out now. We don't need it. And we'll take out the rest of it later, but what we're going to do is put a lift in right here. Just to lift that in. There it is, bam. Now, it should auto-load. Let's go look at it real quick. It should start auto-loading. It's not. Yeah, there we go. So there we go. Bricks are moved. Now I can just take out all the bricks if I want to. Look, the bad part is bricks are way down there. Really like to get probably wooden pulleys next. The problem is the pulleys are way down there, right? So the best, really what I should be doing is moving this direction. How many products do we actually have? Let's go look. And remember, potions don't count because I'm going to put the potion displays like right here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more things to do. Okay, so this is almost going to cover us for all of it, actually. So the second thing I want to do is small gears, right? And we could do large gears. We aren't supplying those right now. I think it's fine to not supply them. They're not really worth much. Let's just get this guy into... Technically, he could just go right under as well. But really, we should put him on the stack. That's kind of what we're wanting to do. Keep it on the wall, right? So if we go up to there, we really don't need any... Well, we need the rest of these guys, but we don't need that. We don't need that. That is not true. We do need that. Let's get rid of that because it's probably going to get in the way. All right, let's remove the kata. Let's start getting this guy in. Our problem is going to be, I really need to put... Well, that's okay. We're just going to... It just is what it is. We're going to have to delete that and put it back in later because I can't do a lift without it. Okay, so we're going to lift up right to there. Ooh, that's not going to work. Because I can't go through the wall. Because I want to do this. No, you can't do that. Okay. I want to do this. This whole wall has to move. That's right. I moved this whole wall previously. previously on Alchemy Factory. Okay, let's move the whole wall because it won't ever work with the way this is set up. There we go. Now you can turn into the tube, see? So for this, we're going to have to do one of these. No, an 8, dude. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. We'll have to do that and lift up onto the thing and then go in. Okay. There we go. And then we just do that. Boom. Okay, let's go around and hook that guy up. I think this guy's on the far wall. Okay, so there's... That won't work either. Huh. Okay, now I've got an issue. Now I've got a real problem. This guy should have went all the way down, probably. Let's reset him. Let's make him go all the way down. So I'm just gonna pick this up. Well, I'll let people buy that because it's gonna sell out, right? We got no bricks. Now the bricks getting loaded. Guess they had a few left, probably. Yeah, probably. Let's just take this wall out. I should be able to put it back in. No, dude. Well, that stinks. Now you know not to do that. once you put those walls in, I guess you can't change it. Okay, well, let's put these back, I guess. It should be pretty easy. And that... Okay, so we'll have to bring these down, actually. Yeah, we'll have to bring them down here. And then we'll do this. There we go. So the second one... Yeah, this doesn't work. This is too close. We might have to do this one more out. Because there's no space to connect right there. Yeah, we're going to have to move this one more. Okay, let's move this whole thing. That's the first thing we should do. And maybe what I do is move it way back. So let's line it up again. Right, but let's move it back a couple. I can always add this stack back in. I just select this whole thing and add another one. Then let's move these over. Let's actually just do something like this. No. Like that. I feel like the default should be this grabby thing. Because I don't really like the way it works. Okay, so we're going to turn this one into this. No. 3. We're going to go there now. Is there something? Oh my god. Something's in the way. Yeah, this guy. Who is this guy anyway? I think that's the brick guy. So let's take him out. And then let's take all this out. This is no longer going to help. Okay, cool. Okay, now we should be able to do it. The things you learn as you're building. I really don't like to learn on camera because it just makes the video more difficult, but no, that's exactly where I had the other one. I don't understand what is going on here, guys. There we go. Sometimes it freaks out. There. Let's just put a bunch of them in. This is how we're going to do it. Okay, so let's take this guy out. Now this guy needs to turn. I mean, what we could do is just do this. No. That will work for bricks, and then this will go up. Right? And then like that, and we'll just do we'll do it like that. Okay. There. Okay, so now we should have small gears coming out that second one. And they're not buying these bricks out. Is it because it's nighttime? It is nighttime. Well, let's just pick these up. I don't know. This is going to be gears probably. So it's going to launch the bricks in there because it can. We'll leave those bricks because I don't mind them buying them, but these need to go. Okay, so we did not load. Okay, let's load the bricks again now that we have a new spot for them. And that's just a lift. I think the lift has to go there, though. Let's put this back a tiny bit. Okay, now the lift has to go like this. All right, there we go. Now the second guy... I see. So what we're going to be doing is basically bring it along here. That can actually just go straight in, which is kind of cool. Cool. Now the third guy will have to come down. This guy right here, he'll have to come down. Right? So I'll just do that. I don't really care. Oh, no. That won't work. But we got to do... Let's set all this stuff up. Maybe that's a better way to do it. Yeah, this is totally going to be backward. Okay. All right, so it's that. There we go. There. Okay, there's the third guy. Fourth guy is going to be right here. Yeah, okay, and then we'll do that. All right, cool. Now I'm getting it. Okay, so that's the first 4 products. Let's make sure that guy's launching. He is right there. Cool. Okay. We got bricks over here. We don't want that. Let's... Oh, no, that is right. Okay. No, this is correct. Since we already have bricks lined up again, let's just change this. Let's get all these bricks out of here. There we go. I don't want them buying that. Okay, they'll come out down here to get bricks now. All right, let's get the rest of these in there now. So the next one, it looks like it's nails. So let's take this out. We'll just literally bring it straight over. Now, it's got to go right there. This is where we can do this, right? And then we'll just go like that. There we go. So I feel like... Yeah, I think this is fine. And the belts can just stay in the bottom ones. We could probably change that, but I don't really mind. It's totally cool. Let's bring this over. And then we go up to the third one, right? So we go... Bring in. Export. That should work. Let's take this out just in case it has a problem. Make sure it's working. And then we'll just start setting up the second one. Oh, we're going to need this, right? Yeah. Okay, and then I already set up the fourth one. Nice. So 4 is glass? Yeah. Okay. Wow, we're almost done, actually. Take this out. Run the belt. Now it's getting simple. Do the lift. That would be 3. That's 4. And then I really want to just take this out to make sure we don't screw it up. We should see... What's this guy? Let me just copy this guy and put him over here. He's getting in the way. Can I do that? Nice. I didn't know. Yes. Okay, nails are in. That guy will be glass whenever he gets here. There we go. And we didn't shut the shop down, so we shouldn't see a big hit to the shop. Because I was watching it while I was making those blueprints. One day we earned like 40 silver or something like that. It was crazy. So once we move all this stuff on, I think I want to work on a couple more quests and stuff. So we made 25 silver. That's really nice. Not interrupting the shop, just letting the shop have a good time here. Let's check quests. So we're getting some more bulk order stuff, which is great. We don't need the money, but I really want to get another carpenter quest, because that's where you get the extra, like, all the stuff. Now this is going to help with glass because people come in and just swipe all the glass at the same time. Now there's only 6 pieces in there. That's probably why, but... So this will also reroute. Once we're done, it'll reroute where they're walking. Right now they're getting stuck a slight amount because there's a lot of weird crap in here. At the end, we'll move the money belt. The money belt will probably go behind at this point. And then, like, through a wall thing or something like that. I don't know. Maybe we can... it might be tough, but we could probably put it through... I don't know. We'll put it over here somewhere. All right, next item. Let's do mortars. Again, these are getting really simple now that we know what we're doing. This guy's going on number 5. So this is where we're going to have to duplicate this thing. Let's see. Let's go B. Let's copy a little bit here. It's going to get stuck there. So I'll still have the catapults to feed other builds. I don't think it doesn't make much sense to... In fact, let's take this out too. We don't need this wall. Why would we need that? What we need to do is move this. So let's actually dupe this. Let's cut and move it forward because it's just going to make it more difficult if we don't. All right, we'll put that there. Reset the catapults. There we go. And then, where's this guy going? Right there. Okay, cool. Okay, now I can move this back. The wall is kind of going to suck. right? Because we can't move through here with this wall here. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not a super fan of this. I might cut down some of the wall if we're not using it. Okay, so this one needs to go... Let's see. That is 4, so it's 5, right? Let's take this out. Okay. And I don't think this is connected. No, it's not. We need more of these guys. So let's add in some more wall tubes. We really only need 2 more because these other guys are going to go inside, right? They're internal. They can just go right here and then in. But there'll be a second line right here because now we're almost done. All right, so we got 2 more. This will be the first batch. So what we need is these guys. And then we need that. No, we need that guy. We might as well put 2 of them in here. All right, cool. This actually goes that way. Like that? Yes, you know it. It should already be full. Let's do the last one, just might as well. All right, dude, up there. Boom. Okay, cool. And is this guy set up wrong? Probably. All right, let's go around. I think he's set up wrong. Did it take all of them out? No. That is wild. Which way is this guy going? I wish I could see. All right, let's just copy paste this, I guess. B. Copy. Looks good. Got to do it again. Got to do it a couple more times. Well, on it, yeah, we should do it a couple more times. B, R. Because these guys won't move. Uh-oh, it's turned. Looks good, and looks good. Okay. Now I just need to do this guy. There we go. That guy's going the correct direction. Let's put another 2 back in. There we go. That is the right direction. I'm not hallucinating here. Let's hook it up on this side too, just to be sure we're done here. There we go. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it did delete it. Okay. Let's put 1 more. We need the last one in here. There we go. Okay, so let's just set this up. We've already been screwing around with it. Okay, this will be a little funky because that guy's kind of in the way. We can move him over. I'd rather move him over. Let's do that. Let's cut, paste. You can go over 1 with catapults. So it's going to be wild when we get cannons because they can kind of they have a lot more versatility with turning and stuff, and it's going to be kind of weird just to play with them and see what we can do. Now, some people are using cannons to place in their shops. Again, I don't really like that just because I don't want to see all, like, I don't want to walk in a shop and have guns pointing at me. It just looks weird. I like guns. I personally own 2 guns. But it looks funky. I want the shop to look really cool. I don't want it to look like a weird, like, lunatic bin or something. All right, so all our products on this side at least are in, and that should go in, and they should be set up. Yeah, they're all set up now. There's just the last one coming in, which means we should be out once they are done loading there. There's still a little bit left in there, and then it should run out because it's not hooked up anymore, right? Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff still in there. So for now, because I probably have a lot of crap on me, don't I? Yeah, like glass and stuff. Like, what is this? I don't need that. Bricks are fine because I use those. This isn't that bad. I thought it'd be really bad. Just a couple of things in here. Not bad at all. Okay, cool. So we got the first 6 of them set up. Although, this guy is not working. That's interesting. Why not? Why is this guy not working? Oh, because there's no belt. Oh, you know what? This is not working. This is not set up correctly. Might be backward, actually. So, yeah. We want to do that. And that. There, it should work now, right? Why won't it? There we go. Okay, that was funky, but okay. Might be because of it might be the angle I was at, which is making it difficult. Okay, so that should be our last guy. Yeah, here it comes. Okay. We've got 6 of them set up. I'm going to start destroying now because we don't need these. We don't need that. We don't need this. Right? We don't need that at all. We need that. Well, he's going to buy. That's fine. But let's kill. And then I'm just going to go in my inventory and delete. I don't want these. I should save those because I think a lot of the a lot of the quests use that. Right? So I probably should have saved those. It's fine, though. Okay. We can actually get rid of these, too. Let's get rid of all this because we're going to need this space now. In fact, we can get rid of glass as well. This whole thing can be gone. Except, no, not that. Alright, kill. Cool, that's going to make more space for us. The money guy won't get in our way. He's totally fine. Now what we need is the end cap. Now that we have more space to work with, right? Let's put the wall in. But we're going to want a half wall. And it's the wrong direction. I think you turn it. Okay, there we go. I don't really like that. It's okay. It's going to be good, I think, when we're finished. This is also the wrong wall. Let's fix that while we're here. We want one of these guys. But we want a window now that we can do it. There we go. But let's actually do it. I am going to put the stone on the outside. I'm just not going to fight the system anymore. It just doesn't work. So let's get the proper thing in here. There we go. Now it matches with this guy. I'll fix all that stuff too. I can't really do it off camera, but we have a whole wall here. Oh, that's because it's behind the shop, dude. That is behind the factory. That is not supposed to be accessible by humans, by humans. All right, here we go. Except me, I guess. So let's put the cap back on this thing now. Now that we are done. Boom. Okay, great. It's going to look great when we're done. Now let's build the next piece here. And to set it up, I'm going to have to remove this. So I probably should have just done that at the beginning. So now we want to shop cata right. And the reason they're different is because of the angle of the catapults. So the 2 long-range catapults are on the inside because they're too much of a deviation in angle to fill the front display cases right here. So they are different. You can see the long one is on the far end right there. So let's get empty katas. Let's fill this in. There we go. Nice. Okay, looking really spiffy. There we go. So that's what the shop's going to look like right there. On the back wall, I am going to put candles. I did set something up for that. It's really kind of a... I can't put that here now? Maybe I should have put it in before I put everything else in. It won't work. Well, maybe I can put it across. I'm not really sure. You can't just put... I tried to just put candles up, and it doesn't work. Like, if you do this, you just can't... You can put it right here, but you can't put it up here. Maybe that's a later thing. I mean, we could do this just to light it, but it looks stupid with just a candle right here. I don't know. We can take these out later, I guess, but it adds light, which is kind of nice. It's probably gonna look really good when it's nighttime. Where did I put these? Like right there, I think. And this one's gonna be... Yeah, that's still correct. Okay, so we got these set up. The money guy is getting in my way, but we'll have to deal with it. Set up the second dude right there. Now what's going to happen is, okay, we can come from this way and go down. That's no problem. This was the one that was screwed up because it was like right in the way. There was really no way around this one. So for the next one, well, we're done with all our regular products, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like we're missing one. Rope. Rope is not on there, but rope is over here. That's why all these products are set up. Yeah, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So now we're going to start on this side. I think we just take these out. Problem is one of them's potions. Really don't want to take that one out yet. These I can take out, right? There's nothing in there. Yeah, that guy I can take out. Yep, these can all get gone. Be careful. Boom. Those can all be gone. These can be gone. Let's just get rid of those. Boom. This one too. What about these? Probably, because I think these mostly were, yeah, they're empty. They're not potions, so that means they're other things that we already got rid of. And then this guy can be gotten rid of. Cool. Clearing all this stuff out is kind of nice. These things kind of get crazy because it's hard to tell where they go. All right, which one of these is potions? That one. These are the old ones. That's old. That's potions. That's old. That's old glass. Might as well get rid of the... No. These. All this. Okay, cool. This is really cool. I'm so glad we're doing this. The shop has just kind of looked stupid, and it is what it is, really, but it's kind of jank. I don't really like it. All right, we can get rid of these as well. I don't like all these catapults all over the shop. No, that one's linens. Is linen going straight in? I think it is. I'll check it in a sec. That means we can get rid of all this. Right. Okay, cool. And then these. All right. We can get rid of nails. The thing we can't get rid of is the actual display because it has... How is it backfilling with nails? We could just... Well, let's just see if they buy it. All right, so that gets rid of a lot of these catapults we don't really care about. This guy. Yeah, we can get rid of him too. Okay. Okay, cool. This should be going straight to the other thing. Right? Yeah, it's going straight to the display. So we don't have to worry about that guy. Okay. Now we'll reroute the other things, right? Rope, all these fiber things, rope, fabric, and bandage. They're going to have to come down here. I'm going to leave this up because we might actually use these for other products. But we probably won't. I can just actually rebuild them, right? Yeah, let's get up here and see if we can finagle our way into a nice cut. Actually, I could probably do it from here. No, it's too far away. There we go. Let's do that. And get rid of that. It's just too much crap. Okay, that's much better. There we go. That's pretty cool. I wish these were half size walls. That'd be really even better. All right, we've done that. Maybe we should reset potions first because that would get rid of this whole line of junk over here. Actually, we can get rid of this too. Right? We could just do it, I guess, that way. I don't really know how we would do that. No, we still have to do it on this line, don't we? Well, it's right where I need to do it. What if I just get a big old box and put it up here? Yeah, let's put a box here. That way I can... No, X. There we go. And then we'll put a box. That way I can just load it myself. Wrong one. And do it again. Okay, cool. Great. Now let's kill this. Right, this whole thing. And then that way it'll let us put it on a line. And right now the shop is closed, so this is actually perfect. Well, it's not. Yeah, I mean, nobody's coming. It's 10:30. All right, we've got a lot of stuff now. Let's fill this box up with pots. We'll put it here too, just in case I need to reload it while we're screwing around. There. Now we can actually put a bus wall right here. Let's just copy a section of this and paste over there. Really don't need it this high. I think it needs to be just 4 high. But that's totally fine. We'll copy that. No, not cut. There we go. Okay. Now, we need to do it one away, right? That's what we like to do at least. So let's do that. And then it's going to turn about right there. Yeah, we'll leave a little space. Oops. Did I just duplicate it? And there is no Z. There's no Control Z, guys. No Control Z is getting you out of this one. Oh, cool. Nice. Okay. Cool. Okay. Saved our butts. Okay, so everything but potions is going in here. Potions, it can still go on this line, but it's going to go over there. It's going to get fed into this guy right there. We should probably start working on that, actually. Let's move this. Do I have anything in here? Sort of. There we go. Okay. Let's clean that inventory out. Again, I'm going to keep these because they come up in quests. Actually, all these things do. These are fine to delete. That's so much crap. Okay. This is fine. Okay. Actually, we also haven't checked our bank in a while. What have we got in here? Let's do that. Nice. Okay. We're rolling in dough now. All right. Let's get this copied. Well, let's do a kata over here. Right? So that means we're gonna need walls. Well, no, because we can't. We want to build the katas first so we can set them. So actually, the full kata blueprint is stupid because I can't set up the catapults then. Let's do a left kata. Like this. It needs to go in the middle. I think it's in the middle. Yeah, because then we'll have an end cap right there. That means this guy is going to go right here. And I would like it to go... Yeah, that looks good. The shop is going to be pretty compact, honestly. It kind of has to be. So this guy will probably just go right there. What we could do is load 2 of these because it's really, like, the potions run out fast. So I'm thinking about loading 2. The problem really is going to be, how do I target that? I can't. All right, we'll target 2 lower ones. Wait, that's with this guy, right? No, I don't want... No. I want that guy. This is not as easy as I thought it would be. I mean, I already did it before, but this is not that easy. Okay, this... Oh, no, he is targeting that. No, I want this guy. Oh, no, he targets the far one, right? I thought these guys target far ones. We might have to move this thing. All right, end of 38. How much time we got? We got, like, 2 more days, I think. These videos are going to get a little bit longer because now we get to stay up later, basically. 250 potion sales, nice. Everything's still selling. Look at the money coming in. Again, this is just going to save up for us for the investment phase for our next builds because they're going to be expensive. The reason they're expensive is when we're going to buy sigils. Those are 1,500 a piece. And then we're also going to, start loading all the resources in, and that always costs a lot of money. So we made 30 silver. Nice. 30 silver. All right, let's keep working on this. I was thinking maybe we move this over one. Actually, no, the other one's going to go right there. All right, so we can't move it over. So this is going to be a little weird. I might have to have a special kata set up for these guys because I can't fill them. Yeah, I might have to have a special thing. You know what? Yeah, probably. So that guy's doing that, right? Who's this guy doing? Nothing? He can't. It's too much of an angle. Can this guy do it? I mean, if that's the case, I should take them out. What can this guy do? He can do that. What about this? Yeah! All right, so that'll do that. That'll do that. Now, I'm not going to have a potion thing on that side. So as long as I can use... This guy, we're not using him. We're not going to use you, buddy. We're not going to use this guy either. There, now I... Oh, no, I have to put that thing back. That's okay. Let's just leave this open so now I can see which catapults are doing what. So those 2 guys, I'm going to fill those with green potions. Okay? Which means these 2 guys right here are green potions. Now, the other 2 guys, we'll just do the next 2 guys. These, yeah, he's doing that. This guy will do that. There. Now we don't need that. So let's just remove that so we don't forget. This will be yellow potions when we get it, which is going to be pretty soon, honestly. There we go. Okay. This is cool. I like it. We'll get it loaded before I put the shelf back. All right, so this is going to be green, and that's going to be yellow. Now we should probably put those other guys in. Let's bring rope down here. Which one's oh, that's doing rope. This is doing his buddy. Well, what we can do is let's bring it up here and split it off. How are we going to split that? Okay, I think I know what we can do. All right, let's take this out. We don't want that. We don't want this. Kill. We're going to just run this over. What? Oh, I'm on the wrong thing here. So we're just going to run this over. This will be number 1. And then we'll also do a catapult right here. Is catapult? Yeah, there we go. 5. And we'll just... No. Just do a number 1. Like that. And then we'll have this guy target. Can this guy go all the way? Doubt it. Yeah, too far. There we go. Okay. So now we have rope coming in on the bottom. So let's drag rope over. Let's just do it like this to separate these guys. And then I think we can just copy that. There we go. There, rope should be done. We'll let it come in. It's going to go, I think... We haven't set... Has we set these up? I don't think we did. I'm going to have to take this off too because I can't really target in there. So why don't we do that? Let's get rid of this. Then I can at least look at where these are going. There we go. Second guy has to go there. The third guy goes here. Then we got this guy going here. This guy going there. And this guy going there. Nice. Now rope should be going. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Cool. Now I can take out the rope one. But I'll wait. So the reason I'm doing these is because I want to take all these out and then I'm going to run the green potions. Okay, that's all good. We still have a lot of green potions, right? Yeah, maybe we can backfill. Yes, we can. Just to get rid of that. Nice. Okay. All right, next we're going to do fabric. And for this, we're going to need more of this guy because we're going to have to go up immediately. So we don't need this anymore. Don't go that way. Right? Don't do any of this. Don't do this. Yeah? Yes. Okay. Nice. Don't do this either. Or that. Okay, cool. A lot of rope on me, but that's okay. I use rope anyway. All right, we're doing fabric next. Fabric comes off of here. Let's extend this out a little bit. We'll just move the box. And before we screw around too much, let's get this back in here. Okay, cool. And then we'll just do this. There we go. And we'll just run it right there. Okay. That's not what I want. There. So after this goes this way, it's going to get cut off. There we go. Let's get this box in here too. I almost forgot to put the boxes in. So we want the box right here. And we want a box right here too. Oh, this has a box. Okay. But fabric does not. There we go. Let's get all the stuff out of it. So I can fill it. Oh, it's just one. Yeah, that's probably fine. Let's let it fill up. There we go. Okay. Cleaning more stuff up here. There we go. We'll just leave the whatever we have in there so they can buy it, so they don't feel like, oh my god, you don't have fabric. What? You know. All right. Cool. And then a number 2. Here we go. There. Okay, now we got to come down over here. So I think we come back. Let's do that. Let's go X. Kill. And then we'll do... Okay, this is perfect. There we go. Boom. Bring it over here. This is really cool. I'm really liking this setup. I'm not a big fan of having belts all over the place. Actually, yeah, I should stack those. Yeah, let's stack them instead. It's just going to make it cleaner. Yeah, I'll have to kill that too. Okay. So if I do this, we can stack it. There we go. Always stack. Always be stacking. Instead of always be closing, always be stacking. Actually, let's do this. We don't need a lift. We don't need lifts at all, actually, right here. All we need is this. There, boom, it's done. All right, let's set the next one up. So for this one, we will go up and down. Actually, let's just do it, because it's going to look better if we go up and down with this. It's just going to look like they're all the same. Let's actually just do a whole bunch of these. There we go. And then we'll just do... okay. There we go. Okay. It's just, again, it's just better. Okay, so the third guy's going to come in. And he's going to want to come down right here. So we actually could do it right here. It'll look more similar. Let's put it that way. So we go like this. There we go. Now the third guy comes like this. And then we do it again. There we go. Nice. So they're all going to actually look like that, aren't they? Yeah. So we need a fourth guy now. Number one. I'm getting it, guys. I'm getting it. Looking super slick. There we go. Okay. Now I just have to put them on the belt, which I don't think we have a fourth guy, but now it's all set up if we wanted one. Let's turn this guy this way. We're going to have a huge line of bandages. It's going to be very annoying. Let's just let it fill up. No, that's going to just, it's going to be a lot. There we go. Stop, dude. We'll use those for quests. Again, nope. Oh, there's just one out there. Oh, okay. There we go. Let's get rid of these. Let's just get rid of all this whole thing. There we go. All right, now we got to hurry up because bandages are not... No, they should. This doesn't look right. Rope, bandages. No, that's linen. Okay, yeah. Oh, wait. Linen's fine. We just didn't do this. Oh, my God. This freaked me out, man. Okay, so we need another thing on here. Like that. Okay. Man, that freaked me out. I was like, wait, we're... Because I think unlike other games, it would be really hard to kind of clean up a belt like this. Like, if you have one belt in here that's, like, duplicated or something with two different items on it, it would be a pain. It'd just be a pain in the butt. Now, it's going to take us a while to start producing these right. This is not 90 per minute. There is no way that's 90 per minute. And I guess, but it just seems like there's no way. There's no possible way. Here, let's put that in there. There we go. Okay. All right. So bandages should be coming in. Linen is in, correct? Yeah, linen's in. Bandages should be coming in. We really only have to do potions now. So let's get the potions over here. With the potions, we'll just do it right. We'll do it right here. We should go up. Well, let's get the wall in now. Because there's going to be a wall here. There we go. Let's run all the way around. Because now I'm going to run it along the wall. So let's bring it here. Right? And we'll do another one of these. Well, wait. Those are for those two. Okay. Well, let's just build this so we know where it's supposed to be. Right. And then we need another one. Okay. Build the rest of this guy. Build the rest of this guy. There. That can be potions. The one on the top right here. Let's... Nope. Yeah. Run it all the way down, around. There we go. Again, it gets a little squirrely when you get to eye level, it seems like. Okay, so the potions are going to come up right there and just go over. The problem is we've got this guy. I can put a beam in, I think. If I go like this, I can put a beam. So the problem really right here is now we're going to have a real problem. We're going to have a real problem moving through the factory. Because it's like we're building a wall right here. And there's no way around. I mean, yeah, there's no way around. You have to jump over it, I guess. Well, it is what it is. Okay, so we're going up. All the way up. Right to that top line there. Okay, cool. Okay. That means kill this. Put a number 2 in. There we go. Okay. Except we don't have a buffer again. Let's kill this. We want a buffer box. Let's put the buffer box right here. There we go. Buffer box. Actually, no. Let's put the buffer box 1, 2 more ahead. There's a reason. I'll show you in a sec here. Because I want to be able to have this guy do more than his fair share. There we go. The reason for that is what happens is these split 50%, right? So 50% of this guy goes straight into our line, okay? Then 50% goes this way and we use for the bandages. Another thing is that when you come this way, this is getting actually a 30, 30, 30. But this is usually full, so 50% goes to bandages, 50% goes to our build, okay? Goes this way. Well, actually, it 100% comes this way. 50 goes to bandages, 50 goes to the build. So with this in here, we're getting 75% of the potions going to sell. 25% are going to bandages. So let's get this in, because we're probably almost out of these guys at this point. No, well, I'll just jump up here, I guess. Let's do that again. Okay. That should bring them all the way over here. Let's get them down out of the sky now. There we go. And we'll just bring them along the wall. But not too close. Because we got to be able to turn it. And this we were going to do double. So what we do is I think we go like this, right? We're going to split this. So we're going to say, no, that's wrong. Come on, man. From here, no, that's, again, wrong. It's going the wrong direction. Like that. Like that, but we're going to copy and do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, come around here and do that. Nope. There. So it's going to do 50-50, but that's going to allow us to stock more of the shelf because they come in here and swipe, man. I've seen a lot of guys come in and they just take all the potions you have. So there we go. Potions are coming in. That should help us because I think we're just about out. Yeah, literally out. They're going to start complaining. Let's kill this. Now, not that. There we go. Cool. That's ready to rock. We can cover this up now. This is how you do it. Let's copy this. Go to the same height. Caps lock it. Turn it around. And slap it in. Now, you can't do that unless you do that method right there. All right, now let's put the end cap on this guy. End cap. Build. Nice, because this guy's done. All right, and we can put the wall in because, again, he's done. Let's put the wall in. Cool. This is pretty decent. I can't wait till they get more decoration because this is not great. Let's put ceiling in too, so it's not. So again, it looks like a real shop. There we go. That looks pretty nice. I like it. Again, we'll move the money in a minute. Now we've got space to put more. Tons of space. I don't think I'm going to put a half wall right here because I think it would just close it off too much. There we go. Double the potions. Nice. So let's get the next setup in here just so I'm ready. Let's do... We're going to do what? A cata left, I think. Turn it around. Okay, there. Yeah, that's right. Connects to the wall. We'll take that out so we can configure it. Okay, cool. That's ready. Let's put another one of these in. That seems wrong. Is that cata too far over? It is. It's not in the middle. All right, cool. Let's do this then. Let's just take it out. Don't take the wall out, please. All right, let's do it again because no. That should get all these. It's not? Okay, maybe, I'll just do this. There we go. All right, put the wall back in. Cool. Let's try that again. Okay, so the reason I took that out is because the end cap wouldn't fit, right? And so that would be where the end cap goes. So we got to move over one more. Now I can put this in. That's why it looked weird. It didn't. I was like, this is not fitting because there's supposed to be a slight gap right here. You can see right there. See? Okay, that's in. We'll put the fake one in over here. This can just be the whole thing. Cat is empty. Build. And just do it till you see some red. There we go. Boom. Nice. There we go. So that's what that's okay. This is looking really nice, man. Get a candle. Again, we'll pretty it up more later. This just gives us some nice light in here when it's dark. I can put the end cap in on this one because we're going to configure it from the other side. So let's put the end cap on this. Then I can put the wall in. No, I deleted it. How do you can't. If you delete, you delete, and that's the end. Well, luckily it's easy to copy. Just do this. It's not, all is not lost, right? There we go. Copy. Shop. Catas. End cap. I think that's what it's called. And then you can change the color like this. And then, yeah, I left the cog, I think. Okay, cool. Let's see if it's in there. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Delete should be like way over here. Move delete down to here. Because delete sucks. You know what I should do? Probably I need to save these. So let's look at what it looks like when I do that. Okay, that looks really nice, though. Well, we'll be able to tell. Okay, T. No, get in there. R. That looks good. I like it. Looks pretty nice. All right, cool. This is the next. Now we're already ready for our expansion. That's what I wanted to do. And we're almost out of time. There it is, right? Day 38? No, we have a whole nother day. We might have to cut down to 3 days on these videos because I don't want to do an hour, 20-minute videos. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm going to cut these back. We're going to do 2 days, I guess, per video from now on. So 245 potions. Look, we didn't interrupt the shop at all. Everything sold really well. We used a lot of woods for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Maybe probably on the pulleys, I guess. But we still made a ton. Look at that. I would say 37,000. 37 silver, basically. Nice. Potions are all stocked. I think this guy can be put... No. He can't be put back together because we still have to do yellow potions, right? But we can put the end cap on this side. If I don't delete it. Delete! Okay, cool. Why won't that work? I don't have stone. Okay, that makes sense. So, another thing is, I really need to put the... No, that's fine. It should still work. Okay, let's go get some stone. It's way back here now. There we go. Shop is not looking... I mean, the factory's not looking as nice as I like. I don't really like the logistics wall. Eventually, that's going to move. All right, we'll do the end cap. Boom. Okay, cool. And then we can probably do a candle over here. Make it look kind of nice. Nice. All right. That looks a lot better. I'm going to have to say, that looks a lot better. That's the screenshot right there. That's the new shop. You can see the katas in there, the catapults. Let's do it like that. That's a nice shot right there. Right? You should push Y, I think. Yeah, it gets rid of the UI. That's kind of nice. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. That looks pretty, man. Let me save that real fast. Because if I don't, I will lose it. There we go. Nice. That's a great screenshot. Oh, you know what I wanted to do real fast? Just let's take a little walk. If you've never played this game, obviously you wouldn't know this. You can go out the front door of the city, or the town, or whatever this is. And there's just like forest out here. I'm going to guess this is for future expansion of the game. I mean, it doesn't hurt anything. There's nothing out here. It's just kind of neat. You can go all the way to those walls. I've already done it. Just to see if there's any, like, secret Easter eggs or anything. Like, what is that? It looks like a ramp. Can I walk up that? No, it's the side of a mountain. I don't want to spend too much time on here, but it's kind of cool. Like, it'd be sweet if there's, like, a witch's hut out here. You had to go out there and, like, do quests for her to, like, get the next level or something. I could see so many options to this game, man. So many things you can do with it. It would also be really sick if you could, like, maybe they don't have a dungeon because that'd be a lot of extra dev work. But maybe what you do is you could fund different dungeon or adventurers, right? And then you could send them on quests and stuff. That'd be really cool. So we could do a bulk order probably, but I think first let's fix all these walls now that I know how I want to do it. Let's fix all this stuff, right? Because now I want to have it, I really want to have the walls kind of the way they're intended to be. And then I'm really just hoping that eventually we get expansion to how these work. Actually, let's do it on the inside. It's probably way easier. So I did put stairs in right here. I don't know if it should still stand. Yeah, this should still be fine. But we got to take all these out. No, not that. I kind of need that. And then I'll just walk around the outside and do this. And to set all the stone on the outside, I guess. I feel like it's going to make the inside look kind of junk, but it is what it is. Again, I'm just hoping they're going to have some really cool additions to beautification, because it really is needed at this point. I know people have been talking about it. This game only came out 2 months ago, and it's a really small dev team, so I'm sure it's going to take a little bit of time for them to actually do something more with the game. I wonder how long it took to build this, because it's very polished. So it seems like it took a long time. Okay, am I having a hard time because I have floors down? It's possible. There we go. Now we're on a roll. Let's get all this in. People are looking at my naked factory here. I hate it. Don't look at my factory. Don't be looking in there. The trade secrets are in there, man. I know I got it open, but don't look. Don't be looking over here. I do miss a little bit being able to see all the people walk by when I'm working in my factory. But again, trade secrets, buddy. You can't be looking in here. I did get also some stair blueprints. We'll put that in real quick for the second floor, because I'm going to be using the second floor. I don't know about relatively soon, but at some point. I do want to, at least maybe for beautification, right? Let's get the rest of this going to the ceilings here. Make the shop look really nice. Cool. Not just, kind of open like this. Actually, it could look good like this, because they can't go upstairs, right? They cannot, right now at least, the shop, your customers cannot path upstairs. So let's just put maybe some walls in right here. Not half walls, though. Regular walls. That'll close off the shop from this side at least. Let's get rid of this, because now this is internal, actually, not external. Cool. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's much better. That looks a lot nicer. You can't see the factory. That's really what I like. Let's get some walls probably up here, and then we can work on more beautification. I wonder if that matters. I think it's just left and right. It shouldn't matter. We'll get the ceiling in a little while, but we are going to need... Let's see, how does that side work? Okay, more walls up there. No problem. But they're windows. We don't want windows. This is going to be inside the factory. So we want to take that out. We don't want that. We just want regular walls. Regular walls, cool. Same thing with over here. This is part of the factory, right? Nice. And then, well, actually, I was going to put more of that over here, probably. More like attic-y area. But I'll deal with that in a little while. We can extend this out, too. Again, I'll deal with that. Bandage is really good. That's good. We're getting a little stopped up over here. How much money we got? Dude, we have so much money. We have so much cash. Cool. All right. So we got some walls done. Let's do the stairs real quick. Let's just kill this, I think. Let's see that. There we go. Kill. And then you can see my stair build here. Stairs build. So it just looks a lot nicer and it fills up the whole thing right here. I don't think it quite fills it because there are wall, leave space for walls. There we go. But that looks a lot nicer than the stairs I had before. So let's start putting some ceiling up here just for fun. Not that I'm going to use it yet, but oops. There we go, nice. Just kind of makes it look a little prettier up here. There we go. Like there's a reason to have stairs. Oops. Kill it, kill it. Kill it with gas, man. Kill it with fire. All right, there we go. Wonder why is it yellow? Oh, not enough support? Oh, that's right. You have to have like support beams in here. I don't know how we're going to do that. I'll have to come up with a support beam blueprint. Okay, cool. We got that done. There's like a second floor now, even though I'm not going to really use it for right now. Everything is plumbed in. Again, I don't like this. I would really much prefer it like go underground or go over or something. I think what I'll have to do, what I was thinking about doing, is moving everything to the second floor and then just having this be a logistics area. I just do drops, right? And have it move. That way I can move around in this factory. Or maybe I can move some of these builds over or something. So like they're actually along this wall and then the items can just go right into the shop instead of coming all the way across the damn factory and really clogging it all up with this big old wall. I could move those out. Then I at least have space to run, right? Like if I just moved all this over to here, then I could cut out this whole thing. That's actually a really good idea. Well, that would be really easy to do with these too. So let's do that. Let's copy and move this. Let's move this whole thing. We're just gonna T that guy. And then probably do it on that side, right? Let's do that. And then this is gonna run off this way though, because it's got to fill that guy. There we go. Cool. Now I got to move this whole thing though. How am I gonna do that? Well, I can just do this. The thing with these boxes is I'm really gonna have to be careful putting this stuff back in. Like that. There we go. Yep, that'll run up this direction. I gotta move this box now. And I'm just gonna do the contents of it. Okay. There we go. Is this guy just full? Yeah, I think you just fill this guy. Okay, cool. And bandages, great. And this guy, actually, he can just stay right there. Cool. Now I gotta move potions. I could just run it up that way. Yeah, and then I gotta go all the way to the top, right? Problem is, well, I could do it like this. Right, go up like that, then go up again. It's not that big of a deal. Let's get this guy like this. Let's reroute this. I think I just had... Oh, yeah. I think it's just a full potion thing. Okay, boom. And then boom. 2. Actually, yeah, it works like that. And then 1. And then we'll do it again. There we go. And then I'm going to X this because I kind of want those, to be honest. I'm going to put them in this box. Boom. Okay, cool. All right, that works. Now I can kill all this stuff. I can kill this whole thing right here. Yes. I like it. I like it. I'll do the same thing for these. I can move all this stuff over too. So what I could do is let's X this. No. Just that guy. I don't want to X him. I want to move him. I want to cut him. T. And then I just go like this. Oops. No, I'm going to want to do them back here probably. No, I want to stack it, right? So this is actually right. Like that. And then the next guy, I'm going to cut him and do the same thing. Except, nope, nope, nope. No, I have to do it again. That's fine. Because I need to do this. There we go. Okay. So this guy is gonna go like that. There we go. And then we'll just bring him over like that. There. Okay. So now I can take this thing down too. Let's take it down over here so I don't do it incorrectly. Now I won't have this super huge wall in here. It just gets really annoying, man. There we go. Okay, that's better. Is it perfect? No. No, it's not. Because there's still a bunch of lines all over the floor. I don't really like that, but at least I can run through here without too much crap, too much hassle, right? Okay, and you know what? This is better for potions. Because it just keeps a big buffer. I'm gonna sell those. It's just, it's not like typical games where you would want to avoid that, right? You'd be like, no, we can't have a huge belt full of crap because it's not good, right? You don't want that. All right, so I think that's it. We're almost done with the end of the day here. Probably got like 1 more hour of game time. Everything's looking good. It's time for new builds. Let's look at research as well to see if we need to do anything more here. I think we can get these without triggering any new thing we have to actually make. I actually also researched this guy. You can't sell him because I was worried about right when I unlock this, I'm going to need to sell this guy, right? But no. So the interesting thing, though, is what is this used for? It doesn't lead to anything. Is it used in the build of this? No, it's just glass and... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this is for. So I'm going to unlock it anyway. But, and you see it in the unlock, like in the splash page, right? Like where it's going into that flask. But it's just sitting there. So I'm not really sure what it's for. Let's get the second one. We are almost done with the day. Actually, it ends at 2 a.m. So let me get this one. And then these are the next products we're going to make. Soap and vitality potion. Soap. So both of these use the blender, which we just unlocked. This guy right here. We have to use this extractor. I think you put solids in there and it mixes with water, which just magically comes out of the air apparently. Then that moves over into the blender where you blend it up, I think. Something like that. We're about to find out. But I'm not going to unlock both of these until I know what we're doing here. Which one is more difficult? They're about the same, right? I think that's plant ash. This one is just the rock powder, I think. So that's probably easier because plant, we're going to have to set up another... I don't think we need another fertilizer build because we're not actively running all those things all the time. So I don't... It's not like in other games where, like in Factorio or some game like that, you want that line running all the time, constantly. In this game, if people aren't buying it, you don't need to produce it. So that line's not going to run 24 hours a day. It will increase your capacity to sell, but I haven't found that, like, as we progress, I don't think more people are buying, like, I don't know, mortars or something, right? You get to 50 and that's kind of, it ends there. If that changes, we'll see, but I'm not sure that's really a problem. So we'll go with Vitality Potion, but we're not going to do it right now. We'll unlock it at the end of the day here, and I might just cut this right here. No, because I really want to do the end day cap and see what we got. We'll probably end up doing those builds over here, and then route them probably up this direction and then just over that way, because that's the yellow potions, right? And then the soap will be right there, so we'll just end up running it. Well, we got to be careful because that's on my door. So maybe we will run it back this way. Oh, I thought I had multiple products on that line. So we'll probably build it, run it up this way, run it along these belts, and hook it into here. The soap at least will go on this fourth one probably. So it'll go down into this guy right there, and then potions will just run it probably across and go over. It's probably easiest. So we should probably move these guys now actually too. Let's do that. Let's actually move both of these and just put them over in this corner. Nice. Okay, cool. Because now this part's going to be part of the factory pretty soon. And that is an outside wall. We don't like those now. Let's replace that, I guess. Boom, okay. Cool. Actually, so is this. Forgot about that. This used to be the actual end of the house. That's why. Or the end of the shop. And now it's the interior. I feel like maybe they could up the prices for the lots. There's not enough pressure to like sell and wait and like you have to build up because you have no space because you can't afford the next lot. That's what I would probably do. I think if I was doing the gameplay on this is I would up it. I would up the prices. Now the prices across the street are nuts. Let's just break down a wall. We can always replace it. These guys are 150. We could do that now. See what I'm saying? We don't even need this space and I can already unlock it. These across the street are 1,200. They're a little bit more. What's that? 13 gold or something like that? 12 gold. But 12 gold isn't even that much, really. You know, depending on how long you want to sit here, I guess. Let's do rock wall. There we go. Nice. Okay. All right. Now the days just last forever. What can we work on any of these things? Ooh, we could work on a big bulk thing right before we go. We could work on this. We need 180, and I have basically 160. We need little nails. Okay, let's go rob some stuff. And we need 60 potions. Let's rob that. 75 will do. I need nails. I need. Let's rob this guy. Actually, since we need a lot more of these usually, then let's rob that. Okay, that should be plenty. Nails. Let's rob him. We need this guy. Let's rob that guy. Okay, let's do the bulk order, make a bunch of cash. Really hoping for a carpenter order soon. All right, bulk order. Oh, man, I don't have enough? Thought for sure I had like 200 of these things. Oh, man. Didn't make it. 196 potions. We might have interrupted the potion purchasing a little bit. But that's okay. We have tons of cash. I'm not worried about it at all. I'm going to do that 40k, that 40 silver purchase. We still made almost 50? Did we break the 50 mark? No, 49.6. That's okay. We still made a lot of money though, man. A lot of cash. That's 24 silver. Nice, I'll take it. And just for gigs, that's not enough. Let's go get this bulk order done. Just to end the day with like over 3 gold. Bulk order. Boom. Look at that cash. Just a bunch of randos now. Oh, I could do this one right now. Let's do it. Let's just bump the cash up. I could do that one. Wow, that was like nothing. That was no money at all. Okay, well, that's going to do it for this episode. Let me know what you think. I think the shop's looking great. I really like the way the katas work. I know they go through the little cupboard, the board thing, but it's better than having catapults just all over the place and you can see them. I don't like that. This way, it's all hidden. It's a really aesthetic build. It looks really nice. You still got stuff flying around anyway, so... And it's a magic shop, bro, you know? There's going to be magic-y things happening. Anyway, let me know what you think. I will see you on the next one. Stay frosty.